All right, well, let's get right into it. Another packed show. Let's get into our quick fire. All right, and quickfire hosts have some topics they want to share. We only have 3 minutes to discuss and 1 minute to hear from the audience. So type your comments in fast. And any topics where our hosts won't shut up, we've got that dreaded mute button. All right, let's do it. Rob B, you got kids dealing with abortion issues. What do you think?
Oh, man. Yeah, so an Ontario Catholic school board is taking some heat for a grade 8 assignment that involved students making anti abortion posters that are meant to be graded and subsequently entered into a contest that's being run by a local anti abortion group with a cash prize for the winning entry. So the contest does require students to produce a poster that includes the slogan, the slogan. Uh,
Vegan
Unborn babies
slogan.
matter, right? So that has to include the slogan unborn babies matter while including images that incorporate the theme. So this is an in-class assignment that's being graded and being entered into a contest. What would you do if your child was asked to do this assignment?
Hmm. Start with Ellen.
Okay, so I went to a Christian school that was like this. When I was in 8th grade, we had a whole unit where it started off by them showing us pictures of bloody fetuses and stuff. And the purpose of the whole unit was they taught us arguments against abortion. And the unit test was to go in front of the teacher and argue against abortion. We were taught all these talking points. We did the same thing for evolution. This is way more common than you would expect it to be. This is like a crazy headline. This happens all the time, and if this is going on, you should absolutely pull your children out of that school, because they're being indoctrinated, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. They're internalizing a lot of other horrific shit.
Absolutely. I think parents should know the nonsense they're getting themselves into with Catholic schools because this, like she said, this is tip of the iceberg. But I've
Oh,
I've stated I'm both anti-abortion and pro-choice because I believe they don't have to be competing issues. So both issues can be addressed in different ways. But with that said, you know, um, conservatives are becoming the most bipolar people in the world because you can't say gay around children. But you can create posters and projects about dead fetuses with kids? Seriously? Lizzie?
Yeah.
Well, one, this isn't just Catholic schools, right? This happens at a lot of schools,
It does.
particularly in the US. A lot of charter schools, because even though they receive
Mm.
public funds, they can make their own rules. So a lot of charter schools have rules or assignments like this. But even before Ellen said that she, had something like this in her Christian school growing up, I was about to say, since when are eighth graders being taught about abortion? Like, I
Right.
had sex
We
yeah.
are.
education in seventh and eighth grade, and never once was the word abortion mentioned. So this is all news to me. And
Mm.
thankfully, this mom, she didn't want to disrupt the students in the middle of the near the end of the school year, but she is pulling her
Yeah.
kids out of this school at the end of the school year, which is a couple of weeks now, a few weeks from now. But man, this is just crazy. This blows my mind. And like Neo said, parents really need to pay attention and do their research about the schools that they
Indeed.
send their children to.
All right, Robbie.
Absolutely.
That's time, but go ahead, Robbie. 15 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to read a quote from one of the moms, or the mom that actually got the story going. She said, I understand it's a Catholic school and it teaches Catholic beliefs, but we're living in a day and age where women's rights matter. With everything going on in the world, I don't think these kids need to have this added on top of it. And I couldn't agree with her more. Thank you all for your comments.
Yeah. So
So,
online, Jacqueline Robinson says it's always the projection with these people. Everything they accuse others of doing, they're doing themselves tenfold. And then if you think about it, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's a quick. So, all right. Is this true? We could talk. I have some more to say about this. I may bring it up in the after show. All right. So, is this truth, lies, or shenanigans?
Truth, lies, shenanigans.
It's some
calling
nonsense.
shenanigans on that.
This is some
Literally
nonsense.
insane.
We
Insanity.
can't even teach sex
I just
education in 8th grade. They don't even want to teach sex education, but they want to teach about abortions. Really?
and let me just say, when we had sex education, we had to get permission from our parents.
Right.
There was a permission
Yeah.
slip that went home before any teacher said anything to us about sex. So I don't
And that's one
understand how
important aspect of
loud,
this. Parents
right?
were
How
not
this
Yep.
is
told about this
allowed.
assignment. The parents
That's
were not
Yep.
told about
crazy.
the assignment.
And I
All right.
will add that the school where I got that, where they taught me about abortion in that way, we didn't get sex education in regards to like safe sex and that kind of stuff. It was all abstinence, and if you get a baby, stick with it. But also, we won't take care of your child because
Yeah, go to a different school.
yeah, like all right.
It's all right. Let's get the second quick fire. All right. So we got a California man, Jeremy David Hansen, was arrested after allegedly sending threatening online messages to the Merriam Webster company over the definition of girl. In 2020, Webster's added the definition of girl as a person whose gender identity is female. Well, Jeremy took offense to this, and in addition to posting similar comments on his social media feed, he sent messages to Webster's through their Contact Us page and on the comments section under the definition, basically saying, there's no such thing as gender identity. Merriam Webster promotes anti science propaganda. Boys aren't girls. The moron who created this fake definition should be hunted down and shot. Merriam Webster headquarters should be shot and bombed. Now, there were, according to the quotes, he never actually said he was going to hunt down and shoot them, only that they should be shot and bombed. I also should note
Yes.
Webster's also added to the definition of female as having a gender identity that is opposite of male. And prior to that addition, the main definition was of relating to or being the sex that typically has the capacity to bear young or produce eggs. So the question is, should he have been arrested, or is this just excessive, angry trolling? If found guilty, he could face up to 5 years in prison, 3 years supervised release, and a $250,000 fine. Let's start with Robbie.
So when I heard about this, Neo, it reminded me of the French publication Charlie Hebdo, and they go after everyone, political, religious leaders, and as a result, they were firebombed in 2011 and 2015. After publishing images of Muhammad, someone walked in and shot up the place. 12 people dead, 11 injured. So absolutely, this person needs to be charged. This person needs to be in jail because of these types of ideologies are toxic, they're dangerous. And if someone is going to go online and start spouting that hate and really over the definition of female or woman, or no, it was girl. So,
Girl.
I mean, so it's hate motivated and it's hate speech. This person's dangerous.
Ellen?
Yeah, I think this guy should absolutely go to jail. First of all, if his name had a law in it, he would be long gone. But that's another issue. But this is just the right weaponizing, like taking advantage of the visibility of trans people as some sort of left-wing agenda, and then cracking down on those people, which seems like a waste of time.
Yeah. Lizzie?
I really don't care what the reasons behind his anger and his fervor are with this. The fact is, this is
Mhm.
threatening language, and the law has specific consequences for people who threaten others, specifically because he did this on more than one occasion. He did this through various avenues. And even though this article, again, does not specifically give all of the threats he made, it says prosecutors also allege that he posted another message on October 8th, which he threatened to bomb Merriam Webster's offices. So, yes, he did, according to prosecutors, he did threaten them. That is against the law. You get arrested for that. You get prosecuted for that, and you can go to jail. Get him out of here.
Mhm.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, I agree with all of your comments. I think that, he should definitely be okay.
The
That
best
was
is
me.
here.
Sorry.
That was a horn. Hopefully, that was
Yeah,
a
all
horn
right, all right. If you want me to
outside.
talk, I won't talk. I mean, okay.
I thought somebody had
Baltimore
gas
Avenue,
for a
I was
guys.
second.
like, what is this sound?
Yeah, Baltimore
Yeah,
Avenue.
no. I think there's no question he should be arrested. I think that he obviously, even if he was using threatening, he didn't say specific. Well, prosecutors, according to Lizzie, prosecutors say he did. But even if he didn't, he did it in multiple ways. He was inciting people just like Donald Trump. was inciting people to riot. I mean, it's the same thing. So absolutely should be in jail.
And
Absolutely. So
folks
we
have
got
a
some
right not to
comments.
be harassed repeatedly. This was
Say it again.
in addition to threats. Folks have a right not to be harassed repeatedly. This was harassment.
Oh yeah. No.
Over and over and over again, you're sending me this nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Mhm.
was pretty intense what he did. So we got Jacqueline Robinson says he should have been arrested. In this day and age, we can't take anything for granted. These people are dangerous and some easily triggered by anything. Our future Supreme Court justice has already received death threats thanks to cretins like Hawley, Cruz, and Blackburn. I mean, should we be arresting them then? I mean, if they're inciting. All right. I guess not.
Also, take into account that, a lot of times when things like this happen or when people are harmed, the first thing law enforcement does is goes to the person's social media sites to see if
Yep.
they had made any threats, to see what type of language they had been putting out there and generating. So this is textbook. Yeah, you threatened, you going down, bruh. You going down. It's
Yep.
crazy. It's
See,
crazy.
Michael Winter says trans people and gay people exist. Not talking about those topics doesn't make that non-problem go away. Blowing up or shooting
Or
people doesn't solve the non-problem. Mind your business.
there are other dictionaries out there, you know. You
Oh, it's
don't
true.
have to
Mhm.
use
Yeah.
Merriam
Like,
Webster.
Oh, I was reading the Oxford Dictionary. Modified it too to include it.
Oh,
So,
really? Cool.
Those aren't the only two.
yep. All right. So truth, lies, shenanigans.
Huh,
Man threatening to
More
shoot bomb
shenanigans.
says,
Merriam
More
Webster's.
shenanigans.
I says,
What do you have there?
Lies,
What do you
shenanigans.
have, Ellen?
fuck this dude.
I got shenanigans.
it's so ridiculous.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Crazy.
Like you
Pretty
are that
ridiculous. I mean,
triggered over a dictionary definition? Really,
yeah.
bruh?
That's what I'm saying. The right one, like the right are such snowflakes sometimes. Like they talk about everyone getting, like the left getting offended by everything, but they got offended by a specific dictionary definition. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Language changes, people. Language changes over time.
yeah,
All right. The way it is.
imagine that.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. So we have